Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
And welcome to Mississauga. My name is Ikra Khalid. I'm the Member of Parliament here in Mississauga, Erin Mills. And so pleased to have our minister back here in Mississauga again to make a very important announcement. You know, in my riding of Mississauga, Erin Mills, there's about 43 different languages that are spoken. Over 50% of the population is first-generation immigrants. We came from all across the world, and we settled here. We built our families. I myself came here when I was 12 years old. We live here, we love here, we grow here, we play here, and we really settle down. We contribute to the economy, so it only makes sense that our government and our fantastic Minister of Immigration is working so hard to ensure that families are reunited, that families have the support that they need, that we are contributing in a positive way to our economy through immigration. Our amazing Minister of Immigration is himself a newcomer, well, not a newcomer, but a refugee to our country, many, many years, and his contributions to this country have been phenomenal. And without further ado, I'd love to have our Minister of Immigration tell us more about this sponsorship announcement that he has today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I don't need that. Thank you very much. Happy Valentine's Day as well. Thank you, Ikra, for the kind introduction. Merci beaucoup. C'est un plaisir pour moi d'être parmi vous aujourd'hui. I'm very pleased to join you here today to announce some good news about reducing backlogs and shortening processing times for newcomers to Canada. Moving to a new country can be a difficult process, especially for when it comes to separate spouses and partners who are separated by time and distance. And I know of many newcomers who have faced this challenge. For example, take the story of Tahir Rahimi. Mr. Rahimi's wife, Goli Fatullah Nejad, lived in Gatineau, Quebec, when they were married overseas in February of 2015. Within months of their wedding, Mr. Rahimi applied to come to Canada under our spousal sponsorship system, but it took more than 2 years to process his application. Mr. Rahimi was finally allowed to come to Canada just last summer. It's heartbreaking to keep hearing about stories such as these and about the long process that it takes to reunite spouses and families. That is why, as a government and as a party, we've always articulated the importance of reuniting families, and that reuniting families has been a top immigration priority for our government. Our Prime Minister has repeatedly said, the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau has said that keeping families together helps to improve integration into Canadian society and results in better economic outcomes. But saying this is one thing. Doing it and achieving faster processing and faster reuniting of spouses is another. And so that is what I'm here to talk about today. So in December 2016, we announced improvements to Canada's spousal sponsorship application process. These changes included a new and improved spousal application package. It made it simpler and easier for sponsors and applicants to understand and use the new forms. All along, our plan has been to improve the spousal sponsorship process, making it faster and easier for Canadians and permanent residents who would like to sponsor and reunite their spouses. And we've just done that, and it has yielded amazing results. For example, just a year ago, in December 2016, there were almost 75,000 people in the spousal sponsorship backlog. And we made a commitment to reduce that backlog by 80%. Here, more quickly, thanks to the changes that we've made. And as of December 31st, 2017, we met our commitment to process 80% of spousal applications that were received in December 2016. These are important changes. Canadians with a partner or spouse who is abroad should not have to wait for years to have them immigrate to Canada. Nor should those who are already in the country be left uncertain on whether they will be allowed to stay in Canada. The bottom line here is that we want all newcomers to integrate well into their new communities and succeed. And speeding up family reunification helps to do just that. And for that, we all benefit. Finally, I want to note that there is obviously more work to do. Since launching the new application kit on December 2016, we've continued to listen to people, spouses, Canadians, and permanent residents who are in the system and who are using our application system. And based on their comments, we've worked very hard to continue to improve that system. That's why we made initial updates to the new checklists and the guides in June 2017. And it is why we have again updated the spousal sponsorship guides and checklists for the spousal sponsorship program. And as of today, we've also changed where some of the requirements are placed in the spousal application process, so that spousal applicants must now submit their background and declaration forms as well as their police certificates as part of their initial paper application package. These changes will help us process applications even faster and avoid unnecessary delays. And before I close, let me repeat that we will continue to listen to people who are in the spousal sponsorship system, and we will continue to take their feedback seriously and incorporate that feedback into further changes that may be needed to improve the system. For those who are still in the process, I want to address you directly, and I want to assure you that our government is committed to work diligently to process your files. We will move onward and upward. I'm convinced that the changes that we've made to the spousal sponsorship program are helping to bring spouses and families together faster. Je suis convaincu que le changement que nous avons apporté au programme de parrainage des époux permettent de réunir les conjoints et les familles plus rapidement. And through these actions, I believe we can continue to make Canada stronger for today and into the future. Merci beaucoup. Now I'd like to introduce Rima and Amir Sukhera. Amir grew up in Canada and sponsored his wife Rima, who you'll hear from very shortly. She came from Pakistan after a wait of just about 9 months. I want them to come and join me on stage to let them talk briefly about their experiences.
Okay, and we got married in the summer of 2016 in Pakistan. I came back without her in December 2016, and separation was very hard. It was very difficult. And hearing stories of other friends that got married and had been waiting 2 to 3 years, it was quite disheartening. And I mean, we were like, it's hard to keep us apart, right? And when it did happen, when she called me and she said we got the approval, it was like the greatest thing that I could have ever experienced in my life, I think, other than the day we got married. So like, right? So I'll let Rima say a few words about her experience and how she felt.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here with my husband, and thank you for Canadian government to make it easy for us, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Nadeem. I'm from Pakistan Times.
Hi.
And thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to have this question. The thing is that there are some people who have married and they are waiting for their wives.
Yes.
Is there any plan that they gotta visit visa and come and join their husband instead of waiting there in the country?
Have in immigration is to reunite families. That includes spouses and children, making sure that we don't unnecessarily keep them apart. And we've improved the processes to make sure that there's efficiencies in place. We've invested more resources. We've put more human and financial resources to get to the point where we were able to reduce the backlog from 75,000 people to 15,000. And we're working diligently to make sure that that 15,000 is also finalized. In terms of the visitor's visa, each visitor visa is looked at on its own merits. I know that our immigration officials and our visa officers abroad make a point to facilitate entry. If there's things that are missing in the application, they try to give the person a chance to complete the application. We must do better, I think, in terms of promoting to different people in different parts of the world how to put together a better application, because sometimes you can have a good candidate for tourism to Canada, but because they don't put all the information in the application, they get denied. So I think on that, it would, I don't think we should have a policy on that. I think it really depends on each application and each visa office dynamics, and based on that, each application will be assessed on its merits.
Another question here with Diana Weeks with CHCH.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Just wondering, with regards to the numbers here, that's a pretty big difference, 15,000 to 75,000 applications in a year. That's
Yep.
good. I'm just wondering what exactly happened to make this happen? I know the application changed, but can you break it down a little bit?
It's more than the application. We in IRCC put together a tiger team to attack this backlog. And I'll tell you the reason we did that is this was a key campaign commitment that we made. We said, you know, we can't solve everything in the immigration system, but this is the first one we'll start off with, which is the backlog. Because we felt that it was important to reunite families, and keeping spouses apart unnecessarily is not something that we want. And so we put together a tiger team to focus on these cases. We put extra resources. We simplified the process. We made sure, for example, that requirements as part of the application process, documentation, were provided concurrently and not consecutively, which saved time for the process and for the applicants. And we made sure that we tested out new pilots. For example, if you applied internally under the spousal program through the Mississauga office, you would get a text message indicating that we've actually received your application. That removes a lot of anxiety for people who didn't know whether we received the application or not. But the Tiger team made a big difference. The investment of more resources and the focus and the signaling to the department that this is a priority. This is the first thing that we should tackle, and we did. In addition to that, I'm happy to report it's not just going from 75,000 to 15,000 cases, which is a huge development, but the 80%. That was another key campaign commitment that we made. We said the 80% of the cases will take 12 months or less to process, and we've delivered on that. I checked on December 31st, 2017, the cases that were submitted on December 2016, and indeed, they were 80% of them. Hi, my name is Ahmed Hussein. I'm the Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship for Canada. I'm here to speak to the community to tell them that we've met our commitment to reduce processing times for spousal sponsorship from more than 3 years down to 12 months. We've also we've also reduced the backlog in the spousal sponsorship program from 75,000 cases to 15,000 cases. We've simplified the application process. We'll continue to work hard to make sure that families are reunited.
Hello, my name is Ikra Khalid, the Member of Parliament in Mississauga, Erin Mills, here at D-Spot Cafe with the Minister of Immigration, talking about spousal sponsorships and the amazing strides that our government has taken in ensuring that backlogs are removed. And we're very happy to report that now about 80% of cases take less than 12 months to process. And today we saw a wonderful couple, Amir and Rima, who were reunited within 9 months, and it was amazing to see that story. So I wish everybody a very happy Valentine's Day. Our government is working hard to reunite families, to make sure that families stay together.
Okay, here's what we're going to say. We're going to say kudos to the Canadian government for uniting us, for helping us unite so quickly, and allowing us to be together and not making us wait 2 to 3 years, because that wouldn't have been cool at all. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I am Rima, and I am going to say thanks to Canadian government who they make it the process so quick and easy, and I just want to thanks that now I am with my husband and I am so happy here. Thank you.
Summer of 2016.
16. Yeah.
No, I delayed in the application process because I was just too excited, honeymoon phase. I was in Pakistan with her.
Yeah.
So I came back in December, and then that's when I applied, so, yeah.
So you happy with that?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
she's here. Yeah, of course. Soon, inshallah. Wallah, Wills, right?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
parents are there.
My dad. My dad's here. You can call them. Oh, my dad's with me. He lives with me. So.
Hello, my name is Ikra Khalid and I am here at D-Spot Cafe with
My name is Mohsen Khan.
Mohsen Khan. Congratulations on your small business.
you.
We
Thank
are
you.
here today to make an announcement on spousal sponsorships and how that processing time and the backlog has been reduced. So thank you very much for hosting us today and in the Minister of Immigration at this wonderful location. This is your second location, right?
Third, actually.
The third location. Wow, mashallah, that's fantastic. But today we were announcing that spousal sponsorships, which was our campaign promise with the Liberal government, to reduce that processing time to under 12 months. And as our minister said today, over 80% of cases have now been reduced. We heard from a very lovely couple, Rima and Amir, who were reunited under the spousal sponsorship program within 9 months, you know, where it used to take years upon years. It's fantastic to see our minister here with his beautiful wife celebrating Valentine's Day and making sure that, that families and spouses are reunited a lot faster.
Keep watching Toronto 360 TV. We'll be right back.